All right, hello, wine drinking people. We are back. It's Thursday, June 2nd, and we've got quite a bit to go through here. Still some things left over from last week, as a matter of fact. I don't know how this happened, but we had some wines open Saturday in the store. The Trinchero Cabernet Central Park West, and this is a winery we've been following, the 2007 vintage, the very first release of these wines from the family that owns Sutter Home. That's right, folks. They made their money in sweet, cheap pink wine. And they've been investing in vineyards throughout Napa Valley for the last 20 years, and just recently bought the old Folie à Deux winery and turned this into the Trinchero, the namesake for the family, their new label, which is outstanding. All these 2007s, really impressive. The 2008s, some of them just arrived, and keep an eye out. We're putting an offer out on the 2007s that are left, the Haystack, which is the best of the bunch in my opinion, and everything else, probably first thing next week. But these 2008s were good. They just didn't seem to have the length and on the palate that the 2007s do. This Central Park West Cabernet, thick black currant fruit, cassis berry fruit on the nose, notes of pencil lead and fresh black earth, dark chocolate, espresso, very complex bouquet, rich and decadent on the palate, very plush, lots of that black currant and cassis berry fruit showing on the tongue, silky smooth, big and chewy, but pretty approachable. Like I said, maybe just not as long as the 2007s on the palate, but a really nice little bottle of wine nonetheless. Excellent juice at $27. One of the best values coming out of Napa Valley. All right, well, we've got Tenuta Carretta, a little Arnaz that was brought by. This wine is really nice and refreshing. 2010 vintage. Arnazes, when they're young, this is a white wine from the Piedmont, had this little spritz to them, which is a great wine for the summertime. Really refreshing and light. Fresh and fruity bouquet of fresh apples, notes of honeysuckle, very clean and fresh. And again, that little spritz coming through on your palate, really nice and refreshing. A little lemon zest and that floral perfume on the finish. Really nice little bottle of wine for the summertime. All right, Louis Sauvignon Blanc Reserve. This wine was opened, I think, a thing that's called brown bag. I don't know much about that, but okay, we're not supposed to talk about that on the air. All right, the Reserve 2009 Louis Sauvignon Blanc, over the top. I mean, just luscious and rich. Some people thought this was Chardonnay, but I'm not going to mention names. Fresh melon and green fig-like fruit. Lots of minerality. Really rich on the nose. Candied pink grapefruit, Jolly Rancher candy. Really exotic. Big on the over the top on the palate. Still balanced, though. One of the things Lewis's wines are known for is really being somewhat over the top, but maintaining that fine line of balance still. And a lovely length on the finish. Leaves your tongue still salivating for food. One of the things that, I love about Sauvignon Blanc. And even though rich on the mid palate, which you usually don't get this kind of length, most excellent juice. One of the best Sauvignon Blancs that I have tasted this year. Congratulations, Randy and Debbie. You guys did it with Sauvignon Blanc. Cannot believe it. All right. Next up, we have the Cellar Master for Raptor Ridge. This is a winery of my first experience with these wines. Coming up next.